so much.
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Corey.
All right, now we'll go to Noah Taylor. I would.
Hey, Noah, thanks for joining us for a few minutes today.
Thanks for having me.
Sure thing. Mike Barber, go ahead.
Hey, Noah, good to see you. Congratulations on your move. I wanted to ask real quick, did you have a chance to meet with Coach Elliott and the new staff at Virginia? What was your impressions of them, and how seriously did you consider returning, or was this a move you kind of knew was coming?
I actually didn't really know that it was coming. When I entered the transfer portal, I had about 80% chance of actually still staying at Virginia. And then when I came here, I just came with an open mind. Didn't really expect it for Tanny be anything serious, and I ended up just falling in love with it here. So I did talk with Coach Elliott. He's a great person. I think he's going to be a really good coach there. Coaching wasn't really my a reason why I left there. So whether or not it was Nick Saban or whoever the next coach was, it wasn't really my interest to stay there after coming here.
And I'm curious, and I know it's a little different for everybody, but you will get to play against your old team. Is that something you're super looking forward to? Is that awkward? How do you look at that potential matchup?
I'm definitely looking forward to it, but I just try to approach every game the same way, whether it be a rival game or one of the lower teams on our schedule. I try to approach every team the exact same, but obviously that game's going to be just a little bit different.
Thanks, man.
Back over to Alvaro. Go ahead.
Hi, Noah. I hope you're having a great day. Well, you managed to be very productive during your 3 seasons at Virginia. What brought you to UNC, and do you think you will be able to take your game to a higher level here before turning pro?
I know I'll be able to take my game to a higher level before going pro. And I just think that it was a lot of injury. I think when I was at UVA, it was kind of I wasn't injured enough to the point where I needed surgery, but I was injured enough to the point where I don't know if I'm going to be able to play every game, minutes before kickoff. And that's kind of how it was in the 2020 season. So, yeah.
Andrew Jones, go ahead.
Hey, Noah, when you first made a decision to go to UNC, they had a different defensive coordinator and perhaps a slightly different scheme. What are the conversations been since Coach Chizik has taken over with respect to what your role is going to be and what they're going to be looking to get from you?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question? I didn't really understand it.
Okay. They've changed coordinators since you actually committed to go to Carolina, and we don't 100% know exactly what the scheme under Coach Chizik is going to be, but it probably will be some differences. You kind of fit into that hybrid role that Coach Bateman had. What have they told you about what your role will be in Chizik's defense as opposed to what it would have been in Bateman's defense?
Yeah, a lot more pass rushing, I believe, just a lot more, in Bateman's defense, I probably would have been dropping a little bit more. In this new defense, I believe I'll be pass rushing a lot more. But in the short time that I've known Coach Mac Brown, I've gained a lot of trust for him. So I was never really too worried when I found out that the switch happened, because I knew that he'd bring in the right guys, and I know he had a right plan for me. So.
Pass rushing is one of your strengths. It was certainly one of the things you did well at UVA. What is the key to you in being an effective pass rusher?
I think gaining a little bit more weight, just so I can't run around guys for the rest of my career. So, just putting on a little bit more weight and just fine tuning a couple things just in my pass rush game.
Thank you.
Ross Martin, go ahead.
Kind of building off that, what do you think you bring to the defensive end, outside linebacker position? What kind of skills, abilities, talents do you think you bring to this defense?
Versatility. There's nothing on the field that would be asked of me that I can't do, because I've done it all, and the film on it doesn't lie. So I just think anything that's asked of me, whether it be pass rushing, whether it be dropping, whether it be covering, whatever it is, I can do it. So.
And what's it been like kind of immersing yourself in the Carolina program and meeting the players? Have they accepted you, and what's that kind of transition been like coming in from a rival school?
Yeah, I honestly never even thought about how we might bang heads with each other, but the guys have just been so open to just accepting me and just being great guys and really helping me out in the weight room and helping me out on the field and just to catch up with everything.
Mike Barber, go ahead.
Yeah, let me kind of follow up on one thing you said to me. You said when you went down to Carolina, you kind of instantly fell in love. What were some of the things that, I don't know, that maybe you weren't expecting or just kind of opened your eyes when you got down there?
I think the resources, there was a lot more resources here and a lot more things that I can use to help advance like my game and my health and just everything in general. And I thought that there was more of that if I come here, I can more. Once I'm done playing football, I want to be a coach, and I think that coming to UNC and knowing Coach Brown and already knowing Coach Mendenhall and his great coaching staff, that would just help widen my my network. So
I'm always curious. When you mentioned the facilities and the support stuff, when you're at UVA, do you know that your stuff isn't as good as other places, or is it?
yeah, no, yeah, I walked in right through these doors right here, and I was like, wow, like I had no idea. Coming out of high school, UVA, Rutgers, Pitt, those were really like my only offers, and I really didn't visit any other schools seriously, that had like offered me. So when I walked through these doors, I was just like, there's no way that this is happening.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Dana King, go ahead.
Hey, Noah, who are some of the players that you have relied on since you've come to Chapel Hill?
Gio Biggers, he's my roommate. He's helped me out a lot, just with everything in the weight room. British Brooks has just been a great help, just because he's moves a lot of weight in the weight room, and trying to keep up with him has been a good challenge for me. Kamari, the tight end, he's helped me out a lot, and just there's endless guys on the football team that's just been a lot of help for me.
Thank you.
Alvaro Torres, go ahead.
Well, Noah, you started your college career playing most of your snaps as an outside linebacker. However, last season you played almost half of your snaps as an inside linebacker. Have you spoken to Coach Tickman regarding your role and the position you will be playing next season? Or does the coaching staff value your capabilities to play in both positions?
Yeah, we've talked about my ability to play multiple positions, but I think he really just wants to focus in on me just playing one position for now, and that being, like a true just pass rusher, defensive end. So.
All right, we got time for two more. First up, Greg Barnes.
Hey, no, wanted to follow up on that last question. So coming in, you're thinking you're going to be defensive end first and foremost. And I know all that will be played out in spring ball, but that's kind of the idea.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Was that a question? I didn't.
Yeah, defensive end. Do you think that's going to be the position that you start out at?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, and you have capability to be able to play outside linebacker in a traditional 4-3 if that's what they go with.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we'll close up today with Michael Coe. Go ahead.
Hey Noah, good to meet you. So the UNC linebacker room, they're obviously losing some veteran presences for next year with Eugene Asante transferring, Jeremiah Gemmel graduating. What's that been like to come into a relatively young room? And even though this is your first season this will be your first season in Chapel Hill, you're automatically sort of like in a leadership role just because you are older.
Honestly, right now I'm looking up to other guys just because I haven't really, I haven't been here for that long. So I'm still learning from guys like watching Chris Collins and Dez, just watching those guys work out and just still trying to learn the ropes and stuff. So.
Thank you.
All right, no, thanks, Noah. Appreciate a few minutes of your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you, gang. Good to see y'all. Hope everybody's doing well. We'll see you down the road.
Thanks, guys.
Jeremy.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks, guys.